In the heart of Florence, a city once basking in the golden glow of republican ideals, Machiavelli's mind raced. The Medici had returned, and with them, an urgent tension seeped into every cobblestone alley. Conflicted, he questioned his own beliefs as whispers of power and betrayal clouded his consciousness. Suddenly, a masked visitor appeared at his door, cloaked in darkness and intrigue, offering a proposition that tugged at Machiavelli's latent ambition. The world outside his window was shifting, and the flames of political strife beckoned him into a dangerous game. This veiled stranger ignited a spark, forcing Machiavelli to confront the nature of honor amidst a storm of deception. Little did he know, the path would lead him to unexpected allies, veering toward a conspiracy that would tear at the very fabric of Florentine life, a web woven with cunning and desperation. Suspense thickened as the stakes began to rise. As the weight of ambition pressed heavily upon Machiavelli's shoulders, the masked visitor's proposition stirred a mixture of curiosity and desire within him. The world outside remained fraught with tension, and he found himself at a crossroads, torn between his beliefs and the intoxicating allure of reclaiming power. The stranger's words resonated deeply, awakening a latent spark within Machiavelli. Could he defy the Medici's grip on Florence? Compelled by the urgency of the moment, he agreed to collaborate with this enigmatic figure. Their conversation shifted towards Ludovico, a young noble filled with aspirations, yet eager for guidance. Together, they began to map out a plan, united in their quest for influence. Trusting cunning over brute strength, they forged ahead, aware that each calculated move could reshape the future of Florence forever. The game of power had begun in earnest. As their ambitions took root, Machiavelli felt the weight of their conspiracy. He led the masked visitor to Ludovico, a young noble whose thirst for influence mirrored their own. In the dimly lit chamber, they deliberated their strategy, weighed the risks, and acknowledged the stealth required to reclaim Florence. Machiavelli praised cunning as their greatest ally, urging Ludovico to set aside noble ideals in favor of tactical duplicity. The trio forged a bond, each understanding the perilous path ahead, yet driven by a shared desire to dismantle Medici control. Trust was fragile, and deceit their only refuge. With their initial plan outlined, a profound sense of purpose united them. The future of Florence hung in the balance, a tantalizing possibility within reach. The stage was set for manipulation, and they knew that every step must be deliberate and calculated as they journeyed into the heart of the conspiracy. Isabella entered their discussions like a tempest, her resolve evident. Machiavelli watched as she articulated her disdain for the Medici, her sharp intellect igniting the air around them. It became increasingly clear to him that her passion could be harnessed. She was no mere pawn in their game, but a potential ally, indispensable in their pursuit of upheaval. As they strategized, Isabella revealed the scars of her family's tragic past, and Machiavelli admired her strength. Her insights, shaped by loss, offered a fresh perspective on their ambitions. Together, they began to weave her story into the fabric of their conspiracy, aligning her motivations with their own. As plans solidified, Machiavelli felt an undeniable connection to Isabella, her fire reinforcing their shared purpose against their formidable foe. In this fragile alliance, the dynamics of power transformed once more, setting the stage for the tumultuous battles yet to come. In the dim light of their clandestine meetings, the trio began to forge a vast network of informants, drawing on Machiavelli's past experiences as a diplomat. With each whispered conversation and strategically placed message, they cultivated an intricate web of intelligence capable of deceiving their rivals. Machiavelli reflected on the nuances of manipulation, recalling moments when he had danced along the delicate edge of truth and falsehood. In their discussions, the essence of deceit proved not merely a tool, but an art form, enabling them to navigate the treacherous waters of loyalty and ambition. As threats loomed closer, their resolve solidified. With every clandestine meeting, the stakes grew higher, and the burden of their ambitions weighed heavier on their shoulders. The air crackled with anticipation, for they knew the moment of reckoning was drawing near, and action must follow thought as they prepared to seize their destiny. The atmosphere thickened with unspoken tension as suspicions swirled among those loyal to the Medici. Attending a lavish banquet, Machiavelli assumed his role as an affable guest, while his senses remained sharply attuned to the undertones of conversation. With a practiced smile hiding his true purpose, he engaged the nobles around him, all the while gathering fragments of information that could bolster his team's clandestine efforts. The art of deception danced in his mind, a continuously shifting balance between loyalty and ambition. Consequences lay hidden behind smiles and laughter, waiting for the slightest misstep. As the night unfolded, opportunity intertwined with risk, leaving Machiavelli poised for both insight and intrigue. It was a game he had eagerly entered, and while the stakes escalated, so too did his understanding of the precarious nature of power itself. In this world of pretense, the truth remained a coveted prize. The trio now turned their attention to a pivotal member of the Medici circle, seeking opportunities to weaken their grip on power. Machiavelli, in deep conversation with Isabella, explored the moral intricacies inherent in their plot. She raised questions that pierced through their justifications, challenging him to reconcile their ambition with a sense of honor. As they deliberated, the harsh realities of their actions loomed larger, forcing Machiavelli to confront the ambiguous world of politics, where ethics and effectiveness often collide. Cunning became their guiding principle, yet doubt flickered at the corners of their discussions, igniting philosophical debates that transcended mere strategy. In their pursuit of influence, they recognized that every choice held the weight of consequence. The question remained, could ambition coexist with integrity, or were they destined to forsake one for the other? The answer awaited them, lurking in the shadows of their unfolding scheme. As their plans advanced, Isabella's tragic history under the Medici intensified her resolve. Each revelation deepened Machiavelli's admiration for her strength and intellect. Her experiences shaped a fierce determination, adding urgency to their quest. In their secret gatherings, they became not just collaborators, but allies bound by shared ambitions and the desire to rekindle Florence's spirit. With her insight guiding their strategy, the group felt rejuvenated, their collective focus sharpening into a singular purpose. Machiavelli found himself increasingly reliant on Isabella's perspectives, recognizing her as an invaluable asset in their conspiracy. As they prepared to enact their plan, the air buzzed with both anticipation and apprehension. The path ahead would test their alliance and ethical boundaries. Confidence renewed, they emerged from the depths of their plotting, ready to face the Medici's power and reclaim the destiny of Florence. The next phase commenced, igniting hope and peril in equal measure. In a tense atmosphere fraught with betrayal, Machiavelli felt the gravity of their conspiracy shift. The unexpected act of treachery rocked their fragile alliance, creating a rift that threatened to unravel everything they had painstakingly built. As doubts crept in, he pondered the implications of this breach on their ambitions, questioning who could be trusted in a game defined by deceit. The very fabric of their plans hung in the balance, and trust was rapidly becoming a rare commodity. Machiavelli realized they must act swiftly to reassess their strategy and shield themselves from further danger. Every decision now carried immense weight, and he needed to restore the group's cohesion while navigating the treacherous waters of loyalty and ambition. The resolve within him hardened. They were facing a pivotal moment where clarity and action would determine their fate. The storm of consequences was upon them, and they could not afford to falter. As their ambitions bore down heavily, Machiavelli sensed a shift in the balance of power. The trio delved into the ramifications of an impending assassination of a Medici leader. During a covert meeting, heated debates erupted over the moral implications of their plot, each member grappling with the intersection of effectiveness and virtue. Machiavelli's conviction grew stronger. Calculated ruthlessness was essential in this turbulent landscape. Isabella's strong dissent challenged him, igniting a clash between their ideals and the ruthless reality of their endeavor. With the stakes escalating, they strategized meticulously, aware that every decision could seal their fate. Trust strained, yet their shared purpose pulled them forward. Machiavelli understood the stakes were not merely political but existential, as the city teetered on the brink of chaos. In the throes of ambition and ethical quandary, the time to act had arrived, and they stood on the precipice of destiny, ready to either embrace their fate or face obliteration. The atmosphere in Florence cracked with tension as the assassination attempt spiraled into chaos. Reports of panic echoed through the streets, and confusion reigned among both citizens and conspirators. Machiavelli's heart raced as he realized the repercussions of their miscalculation. With their initial plan in ruins, he quickly gathered his allies, urging them to adapt. The shifting allegiances and unexpected reactions compelled them to rethink their strategy, forcing Machiavelli to confront the harsh realities of their actions. He felt the weight of responsibility settle heavily upon him as he questioned their approach. Was their quest for power leading them down a path of self-destruction? With determination ignited by uncertainty, he envisioned a new course, recognizing that adaptability might be their only salvation. Time was of the essence, and they had to act swiftly to navigate the turmoil. The game of power had taken a dangerous turn, and their resolve would be tested like never before. As chaos enveloped Florence, the air stirred with a palpable mixture of fear and ambition. Machiavelli surveyed the tumult, the city's fate hanging precariously in the balance. His mind raced, wrestling with the implications of their failed attempt and the shifting allegiances that followed. In this cacophony of uncertainty, he immersed himself in deep reflection on the nature of power. What role did fear play in shaping loyalty? What delicate balance governed the relationship between respect and authority? Engaging with these philosophical quandaries, Machiavelli sought to understand the very essence of leadership and its impact on the hearts of men. His thoughts continued to evolve, revealing profound insights into human psychology and the complexities of governance. With a renewed sense of purpose, he prepared to navigate this labyrinthine landscape, acutely aware that resilience and cunning would be their only allies as they forged ahead in this shifting terrain. In the midst of this turmoil, Isabella challenged Machiavelli to consider their legacy. "What will be remembered of our actions?" she pressed, her voice cutting through the haze of ambition. Machiavelli, caught in the tension that oscillated between ideals and pragmatic choices, defended their ruthless strategies with conviction. "History favors the victors," he asserted, feeling the weight of their choices pressing upon him. The intensity of their discourse deepened, revealing the stark contrasts between morality and effectiveness in their pursuit of power. As they wrestled with these competing philosophies, the consequences of their decisions loomed large, underscoring the precariousness of ambition. Would their legacy be one crafted from noble intentions, or stained with the blood of betrayal? The question reverberated through their plans, shaping the very essence of their pursuit as they prepared for the next decisive chapter in their quest for control. The aftermath of their tumultuous escapade left Florence in a tentative calm, yet the scars of conflict lingered vividly in Machiavelli's mind. As he surveyed the city, the consequences of their choices weighed heavily upon him, urging deep contemplation of their moral complexities. He recognized that while the upheaval had disrupted the Medici's grip, it had also laid bare the ethical dilemmas that accompanied their ruthless pursuits. Reflecting on their alliance, he grappled with the notion that ambition often walks hand in hand with sacrifice, blurring the lines of virtue and vice. Each decision they made resonated beyond their immediate goals, etching their story into the annals of Florentine history. As new alliances formed and rivalries evolved, Machiavelli understood the journey they embarked upon would haunt them. These experiences would shape their legacy forever. The fragile peace, however, heralded a new beginning, compelling him to reassess everything yet again. With the echoes of conflict still reverberating through Florence, Machiavelli found solace in the quiet of his study, quill poised above parchment. The ink flowed, capturing the tumultuous tale of ambition, betrayal, and resilience that had unfolded. Each word became a reflection, a meditation on the intricacies of power and the moral dilemmas they faced. He contemplated the legacies left by great leaders, how virtue and vice intertwined, shaping history in ways often overlooked. This chronicle was not merely a record of events, but a philosophical exploration, inviting future readers to ponder the complexities of governance. As he chronicled their triumphs and failures, Machiavelli impelled himself to leave behind a cautionary tale, an admonition for those who dared to tread the perilous path of ambition. In this, he hoped to illuminate the fine line they had walked, forever defining the essence of leadership and the cost of greatness.